Kontynuacja. Harry Pothead. Z Kermanem mi wystaje portfel. Żartowałem, to pieniądze. Jem płatki. W razie dziwnych dźwięków. Dobra. To było Lumos. Revelio. I było Protego. Dobra. Siema. Siema bączki. Ale zjebał.
Oh, don't do that. That's not necessary.
Dołączyliśmy do żółtych.
She's awfully regal, isn't she?
Is that your owl?
I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know.
I'm really not worried. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Nevertheless, it is rather unusual. You must feel terribly out of place. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do.
Do you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw?
Well, my brothers were. They both work in the ministry now. I suppose you could say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me.
It was nice meeting you, Lenora.
Of course. Adieu.
Adieu. Kto tak mówi, kurwa?
Oh dear. Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
That one is true. Not the typical start to a new school.
That's
Co ja będę
dreadful.
ukrywać, nie?
Well, I'm glad
Było
you
jak
made it
było.
here alive. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Spytamy
You
się.
sure everything is all right with your uncle?
Oh, yes, he travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about.
Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course, and good luck.
Arthur's got you. You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
I can't quite reach.
Come on.
No ale
you went that way.
przygód.
Hope they can catch him. Big
Nie będzie
castle
się
for a
kolegować.
student
Artur
to
Plami.
get lost in,
Cioda.
let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, glumbumbles, bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Well, Dad did bring home a puff skein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I'd better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on the first day.
Dobra, skip.
Nice meeting you, Arthur.
Nie
Good
gadamy
luck
z nim
finding
więcej.
that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something
Dzwoni matura.
extraordinary to ensure your success.
Halo?
Here you are.
No jem, a co? Naraziłem płatki. No bo...
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Lumos.
This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up. Simply cast Revelio on it. And
Revelio.
the guide says.
Nieźle. Okej.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities
Revelio.
like that, inside and outside of the castle. Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
O kurwa. Okej. Nie mogę nie ruszać w ogóle dookoła. Chujowo. Czyli tutaj mieszkamy ogólnie. Co zrozumiałem? No dobra, no ale to co ja mam tutaj kurczę zrobić? O, mogę jednak, dobra. Czy to jest fast travel taki? To nie? Ciekawe.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Heckert in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Thank you, Professor.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well.
Kurczę, chyba źle odpowiedziałem, co? Chyba jakbym powiedział to drugie, to chyba nie dostałby takiej zjemy, bo teraz, nie wiem, mi się wydaje, że trochę to oceniło tutaj
Of course.
profesora Figa.
Good luck
A Fig to
today.
ziomek to jest
And
nasz
remember
ziomek.
to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Dobra, idziemy pozwiedzać na razie trochę. Tutaj na gitarze chłopcy gra.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Revelio.
I'm most
Revelio.
pleased to be included.
Tam coś jest.
Oh, I can't wait to have a nap in front of the fire
Lumos.
after sharp class.
Revelio.
To jest o spele. Avada Kedavra. Kedavra. Czyli po prostu nie ma kolesia. Crucio. Imperium. To są moje ulubione chyba ze wszystkich. No wiadomo, bombarda. Tu podpalenie jakieś. Podniesienie, to będzie odrzucenie. Tak. Dobre, dobre, fajne. Fajne. Fajne, fajne, fajne. No to co pochodziłem.
It's good to see you, Professor. And you.
I was hoping our path... Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard.
Muszę
I
się
didn't tell her
przyznać,
anything else
kurczę,
about
no
our travels here.
spieprzyłem trochę.
I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Nie do końca mapy rozumiem, nie wiem jak tu się trochę poruszać, ale okej.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Co jest? Czarny kompas wyledził. Aha. Aha, ej, fajnie. Siemano. Ty kolego. To jest... On jest z innych pokojów, chyba się nie lubimy do końca. Chociaż tutaj są różne kolory. Dobra.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Co ty powiedziałaś? Hopie. Zwariował, ty. A tam co jest? Revelio. Tam jest jakaś skrzynka. Tam byłem.
Potato! Lumos.
Poszedł już tutaj na górę, zobacz co tam jest. Okej, czyli jesteśmy teraz po prawej stronie mniej więcej. Czyli tutaj śpimy, tu mamy mniej więcej lekcje. Okej, tu jeszcze nie wiadomo co tu jest zbytnio. Southwick. Wielkie schody. Okej. Dobra, lecę na lekcję te i zawijam, bo będę musiał iść na lekcję w moim prawdziwym życiu.
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Levioso.
I co, Rudzielcu? Pokaż co potrafisz.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Rudy?
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic
Okej,
cast.
czyli już mi przypisało. Myślałem, że muszę sobie tam przypisać.
Now, the basic cast. Well done.
Levioso.
Co, nieźle, nie?
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Okej, czyli co, ona nie zrobi
This
Levioso?
should be easy. Protego. That complicates things.
Levioso.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just
A, go po prostu rozjebać. Dobra, to jest
How do you enjoy a lively duel?
Not bad for a beginner.
For a beginner!
You get.
Co za ciołek? Popatrzcie jakie ma pieguski. Człowieku, ja mam żeramę na pół morda, a ten mówi, że ja jestem początkujący. On ślepy
I
jest
put
chyba.
you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge.
Jak on
Point to
ślepy.
Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
Dobra,
If what
zamknę
I've seen
balkon.
today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Cudownie.
That's
Chodź tu,
it.
koleżko.
Spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Nice work.
Co, dostałeś coś drugi raz?
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly
Co, nie ujada już mały, bo go nie ma.
Practice. It felt more like I
Ja?
was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow
Ja czemu jeszcze?
didn't expect a new
Co ty
student to be
mówisz w
so
ogóle?
deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Nawet nie rozpakowała. Ja mówię, nie będę brała, to się rzucała ze mną, teraz z Krzyśkiem gadał, mówi, ja bym na twoje miejsce jej użył, bo ona się obrazi.
No i gitara.
Użyłbyś?
No a czemu nie? No jak ci daję, mamo, no. O kurczę, dead again. Perhaps this wasn't your first duel I've had, sure.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive,
Chciałem sobie dodać trochę z pierwszy raz,
unsanctioned
nie.
dueling organization.
No, sounds...
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted
No,
section
chyba
of the
tak, no
library,
bo z tym randowem i
you
tak trzeba
just
gadać,
have to
żeby
be
już tak
clever
przed
enough
tygodniu
not to
wreszcie
get
tak nie trzeba.
caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good.
No.
Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned. We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
Dobra, to ja kończę już to, no, bo jak będziesz tak gadać teraz, to już będzie koniec.
Czego koniec?